Hi, I'm Dr. Victoria Edgerton, Eli Lilly and Company, Extraordinary Scientist in Residence at the Children's Museum of Indianapolis and at the University of Manchester, England, and I'm a paleontologist. What got me interested in the sciences was my love of nature when I was a kid. I loved being outdoors and would spend as much time as I could outside. I would explore my back garden and the nearby woods. I lived in a beautiful place on a bayou in Mississippi, so I got to look at all sorts of incredible animals and plants. We had alligators and snakes and pelicans and herons, and we also had some really cool plants like pitcher plants and Venus flytraps, both of which are carnivorous. And I think learning more about them and exploring and discovering new things made me want to be able to be a scientist and to go explore around the world and even explore the past. And I think that's what got me into paleontology, is my interest in modern ecosystems as well as the past ones. I think the highlight of my career so far has been the working on the Mission Jurassic project with the Children's Museum of Indianapolis. It's an incredible project where I'm working with an international team of collaborators on understanding more about the Jurassic period, some 150 to 155 million years ago, and to learn more about the plants and animals that lived in it. We've been digging up a couple of sauropod dinosaurs. These are the long neck, long tail, really big fat barrel body dinosaurs. Some of the largest animals ever to walk on Earth. And we've also been digging up some pretty incredible plant material so that we can learn more about maybe what these animals ate, or at least what plants were around back then. And one of the things that I find is really cool is that we are working on an exhibit to highlight these incredible finds. And this will be an immersive experience so that when visitors come to the Children's Museum of Indianapolis, they will walk into the Jurassic period and they will be immersed in this forested kind of landscape with a lake or river nearby and these incredible dinosaurs and the skeletons of these dinosaurs in life position. I think being a part of that has been a highlight because I know that millions of people will see this exhibit and hopefully it'll inspire some of them to become scientists. I think the biggest environmental challenge that we're facing is habitat loss, because with habitat loss is biodiversity loss. When we look at the fossil record, we know that when we have periods of major habitat loss, we tend to have extinction events because we get a sudden drop in biodiversity. And this has happened several times in Earth's history. But by learning more about Earth's past and how some of these events happened and what happened afterwards, maybe we can learn more about how the current biodiversity loss is happening and maybe how we can mitigate for it and maybe help prevent a major mass extinction event. We're already entering into one now, but maybe if we can help reduce the impact, that will help save millions of animals. I think women are better represented than they have been in the past, but there certainly can be more women in science. When I was an undergraduate, there weren't many women geologists for me to look up to, but there were a bit more when it came to paleontology. But these have definitely changed over the past 20 years. I was really lucky that when I was an undergraduate, I knew a brilliant paleontologist, Dr. Anna K. Berensmeyer. I worked for her as an intern, and she showed me how she could have had this amazing personal life and work-life balance. And she showed me that even though she had kids, she didn't leave them behind during the field seasons. She actually took them with her to Kenya every single year. And she was able to spend time with her family that way. And I thought that was pretty cool. My advice for girls who are interested in science, and boys too, is keep up your curiosity. That is the biggest thing, and ask questions. I was curious about the world around me growing up, and that's why I became a paleontologist. I kept asking questions, and when I couldn't find out what the answers were, I thought, well, maybe I could figure out what the answer is. And after all, science is simply searching for an answer and researching for an answer until one is found, or at least as close to an answer as we can find one. So keep asking questions and keep being curious, and read and learn all about the world around you, because you never know what type of question might really interest you to make you want to become a scientist.